This conference will
Yes.
now be recorded.
Yes, data structures in Python provides a way of organizing the data, and storing the data. See guys, data structures in Python provides a way of organizing the data and storing the data for data manipulations and to work more efficiently with the data. Yes. So basically guys, in Python, in Python, data structures are basically categorized into two types. In Python, data structures are categorized into two types. One is primitive data structures and non-primitive data structures and non-primitive data structures. Primitive and non-primitive. Okay. And see, primitive data structures, okay, nothing but guys, data structures are nothing but basic data structures. Primitive data structures are the basic data structures that can hold a simple values, okay. And we have a four basic primitive data types. Let me give a flow chart. See, so today's topic name, please try to understand. Topic name is, say, data structure. What is a data structure, guys? A data structure, okay, provides a way of, or defines a way of organizing the data and storing the data for data manipulation, and if you want to work with the data more efficiently. Yes. So here basically data structures in Python are categorized into two types: primitive data structures, non-primitive data structures. Guys, primitive and non-primitive data structures. Okay. And understand primitive and non-primitive. Sir, here, see, primitive and non-primitive. See, and if you look at a data structure, okay, data structures are two types in Python, and see, primitive data structures and say non-primitive data structures. Sir, primitive data structures best can hold, okay, simple value, can hold can hold okay, simple value, can hold simple value. Yes, can hold simple value. Okay. And moreover guys, these primitive data types are the basic foundation. Primitive data types are basic foundations of the data structure. Based on that, you can develop non-primitive. Based on primitive data types, you can implement non-primitive data types, data structures. And what are the uh, data types which comes under primitive data structures? What are the data type? Means what type of data? Okay, what type of data can hold by a primitive data structure? See guys, I'm saying basically what are the primitive data structures? Integers, guys, come on. Integer is a one primitive data type. String, string, and third one, float. Okay, and fourth one is boolean. Okay, these are the four, or comes under guys the primitive data types. Yes, sir. All these primitive data structures are okay immutable. Guys, these are all immutable. And see guys, in Python, data structures are how we can differentiate the data structures. How we can differentiate the data structures. How we can differentiate the data structures, okay, based on its, okay, mutability and immutability. Immutable means once an object is created, it cannot be modified or it cannot be changed, and that is called as immutable object. Mutable object means an object can be modified or changed even after creation of the object. Sir, in Python, everything can be treated as an object. In Python, everything is treated as an object. Everything in the sense, one integer value will be treated as an object and float value can be treated as an object. Yes, maybe you can see, okay, and better practically I will explain first primitive data types and what do you mean by, okay, immutability. Let us try to understand. See, immutability. 1 minute, sir. See, I'm showing these practicals directly, okay, in Databricks environment only. I'm showing all these practicals. Just look, and maybe you guys can, okay, install Python software. You can install Python software, Python 3.5 or any software you can install and you can directly work. Or otherwise, if you have Databricks Community Edition, I asked yesterday to install Databricks Community Edition. Even you, once you install Community Edition, even in directly Community Edition also you can make practice on this, okay, uh, Python introductory sessions. Okay, these things actually we'll discuss in Databricks introductory sessions, guys. And now nothing to worry about it. What is, okay, Databricks? What is cluster? These things we'll discuss. Okay, when Azure Databricks, okay, sessions starts. Okay, now I'm using this Databricks platform. I'm using Azure Databricks platform to do the practice on Python related basics. Guys, you know, this Azure Databricks supports multi-language API. It supports Python and it supports a Scala language. Python language supports R language, supports even Java language, supports SQL, structured query language. It's multi-language API. So remember, primitive data structures means, guys, remember, primitive data structures means that can hold, primitive data structures can hold, okay, a simple values, can hold a simple value and forms the basic foundation for, okay, the data. Primitive data types forms basic foundation for the data. Okay, see here, uh, I have written the notes. Okay, just watch it. Guys, remember, sir, data structures are a way of, guys, remember, data structures are a way of organizing and storing data so that they can be accessed and worked with them more efficiently. And see, basically, the data structures are categorized into two types: primitive data structures and non-primitive. What do you mean by primitive data structures? Primitive data structures, see guys, these are the most primitive or less. Primitive means very basic. Primitive means meaning is basic, guys. That's the reason I'm saying it forms a foundational block. Say they are the, okay, primitive data structures are most basic data structures and they are the building blocks for data manipulation and contains a pure and simple values of data. Pure and simple. I will explain what is the meaning of pure and simple values of data. Yes. And see, Python has four primitive data types, guys. Four primitive data types. What are the four primitive data types? See, and one is called as integer, and the second one is string, and third one is float, floating point numbers. Okay. And the fourth one is and boolean. See, guys, these are the four, okay, basic data types, basic data structures. Okay, basic data structures, or if you want, you can say basic data types, primitive data types, or primitive data structures. It can hold a simple values. Say example, when it comes to integer, guys, see integer, I'm giving an example, integer. So I'm declaring one variable x, guys, declare a variable x, and assigned with simple and pure value, not mix of values, simple value. A simple value, say 100. Okay, pure means single and simple value. X is equal to 100. Now tell me, 100 is an integer value. Okay, it's a just integral part. Now x is equal to 100. Now x is a variable that can hold value called 100. Now guys, tell me here. Okay, 100 is an object. 100 is an object. Okay, or you guys can also say x is a object that can hold the value. Everything is treated as an object. Yes. So object, actually guys, the value is known as an object, but object is given the name called x. So x is an object. Okay, it can hold the value. When it comes to the string, guys, when it comes to the string, okay, see, x is equal to, okay, x is equal to, and see here you can write, say, and James. What is a string? A string is nothing but, guys, the collection of characters. Collection of characters, string. As string always to be enclosed in double quotes or single quotes. Okay. And see, you can write, or otherwise you can declare one more variable, y. Okay, y equal to, yes, see, and see, the language API. It's a string. Okay. Or you can declare any variable, guys. Variable name is str equal to, okay, you can define, see, and see, Microsoft Fabric. So str is a variable which is of type string. Y is a variable which is of type string, and x is a variable which is of type string. Yes. So here, James, language API, Microsoft Fabric, these are all comes under, guys, object. Object. Object type is string. Object type is string, and object is okay, referred by a variable. The variable name is x, y, str, something like, okay. Even, guys, floating point number, see, it is all holding a simple values. Okay. Now x, example, floating points. See, x is equal to, declare one variable, x is equal to, and say 75 Okay, 5 point. Okay, 1 2. Float is nothing but guys a decimal. Okay, and see declare one more variable equal to. Okay, and see floating point numbers or decimals. And a boolean means guys, remember what is a boolean can hold guys? What are the boolean can hold the values? Come on, what is a boolean can hold the values? Boolean is a primitive data type. What is the values it can hold guys? True or
True or
false?
false?
Yes, true or false. Yes, it's also a simple value. Okay, see here. Okay, and true, true, or okay, maybe returns. Okay, false, true or false. So guys, these are all primitive or basic data structures. Sir, primitive data structures or basic data structures or basic data types in Python. Basic data types in Python. Okay, sir. One more. Remember, these primitive data structure or basic data types can hold pure and simple values. See, guys, these are all pure. There is no okay mixing of different types. It's a simple values it can hold. Boolean can hold either true or false, simple value. Even float can hold a simple value. Yes, even string can hold a simple value within the double quotes. Okay, so it's a basic data structures. Okay, and let us look at guys. Even 1 minute, sir. I'm creating a one notebook. See here. Sir, here I'm giving okay Python, yes, Python underscore data structures. Now, guys, remember when I'm creating a this notebook where you want to write the code. Notebook provides a document interface. A notebook is an interface where you can write the code. Now tell me, sir, what is the default language associated with this notebook? Beside the notebook name, what is the language it is showing? Come on. What is the default language is showing? Come on.
Python.
Beside the notebook name, Python. Yes. See. And again, these things we'll discuss when Azure Databricks introduction classes starts. Then I'll discuss okay, what are the Databricks assets? Topic name comes Databricks assets. So in the Databricks assets, we'll discuss all the things. Now here, guys, remember, okay, uh, creating okay primitive data structures first. See one look. Okay, guys, here see, I'm creating a one variable x. Guys, I'm creating a one variable x. X is equal to see 500. See, guys, x is equal to 500. Now, sir, here observe everyone. Now, x is a variable which is a holding an integer value. Yes, sir. Now tell me what is an x? What is 500 here? Can you please explain in your own way? What is x? What is 500?
X is variable, 500 is value.
Value. Value is known as an object. Guys, remember 500 is a value. Yes, that value is treated as an object. Value is defined as an object. Object, object, which is of type. Object, object of type is integer. Yes, that object is linked with okay variable. Yes, so here and observe sir here. Let me okay print, simply print the value, print x, print the value. See guys, value is printing. Fine. Even you guys can say print. Okay. Print type of X. What is a type, guys? A type is a built-in function. Guys, remember, type is a built-in function. Type is a built-in function from Python. It determines what is the data type of X. What type of data the X can hold. What type of data an X can hold. Yes, what is a X type? Means X is a variable.
Integer.
What what type of data it is holding? If you want to determine what type of data a X variable can hold or holding, then you can use a built-in function. As there is a built-in function the Python called type. Now see, it determines what is the data type of X. See guys, class integer int. Sir, X is a variable. X is a variable which is holding what type of object? What type object? Object means value. Guys, here object means value. What type of value X is holding? Come on. What type of value
Integer.
X is holding? Integer value.
Integer.
Same thing. Yeah, wait, one more thing. One more thing. Let us find, since it is an object, every object is stored in the memory. Every object stored in the memory. Memory will be allocated for the object. What is the address of the object? Sir, I want to know what is the address of an object. Address of an object in the memory. I want to refer to the address of an object. Object is called 500. Here 500 is an object. Yes, that address I want to know. That address is referred by again X. Referred by X. So now you can see, sir, object is referenced by a name called X. So here print, okay, print, see guys, ID, object ID, see ID of, okay, X. Yes, see guys, ID is again a built-in function from Python. Sir, ID is a built-in function from Python. It determines the memory address of an object. It determines the memory address of an object in the RAM. And guys, observe last, okay, 4 digits. This is the address. Now this address contains what is the value? Come on. This is a memory address. Come on.
It has 500.
Yes, this address contains value called 500. Okay. Okay. So just 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. Okay. Sorry. Come on. Okay. Sir, what is an ID? ID. Sir, ID is a built-in function from the Python that returns unique integer value. Returns unique integer value for an object. That means this is an address where the value, okay, 500 is stored. Okay. Now fine. As that can be called as a, you guys can say address means memory address. of an integer object. Even, and I want to specify that, guys, here. One comment line I'm writing. Yes. See, object type. Guys, remember object type. Object type is integer. Object type is integer. Okay. And see now one more comment line. Okay. 500 is an object. Guys, 500 is an object here, and this object is given a name called x. This object is given a name called x. Okay, it's a just a reference link only. A variable is a just link to this object. A reference link to this object means pointing to this object's memory address. Okay, say you can say now, guys, see here. Why? Because, sir, if you understand this, then only you guys can understand what is mutable object, immutable object. Even tomorrow, if the questions comes in Python also, in interview, if they ask the question on Python, you can confidently explain. Even they'll ask what the common question in interviews repeats, what are the mutable, okay, and mutable data structures and immutable data structures, can you please list out in Python? Okay. And also these are very common things we use in our data engineering projects development. See, guys, here now see object address. See, I'm writing here object address 140.409.405.78.3952. Last four digits, remember, sir, 3952. Now this object, this is a memory address where, okay, object is stored. Object means value. Guys, value is known as an object. Now this object, okay, this object is referenced by name as x. See, now a variable is nothing but just a link. Guys, a variable is a link to the memory address. A variable is a reference link only. Guys, a variable is a reference link. Now tell me, is it a named object or unnamed object? Now 500 is a named object. And what is the name given for this object? What is the name assigned? What is the name, okay, referenced by this object? X. X is the name. X is the name referencing this particular object, named object. Yes. And suppose, sir, same. Remember here. And one more very interesting point is, guys, for the same X, okay, guys, to the same X, okay, once again I'm erasing this, okay, thing. Now, sir, again, X is equal to, once again I'm giving X is equal to, this time, okay, 1000 I'm giving, 1000. Sir, previous X address, sir, previous X address, you remember, last 4 5 digits, remember, 3952. Now remember X. Now here, print, okay, id of X. Print id of X. Okay. Now see, execute. Sir, this memory address is, guys, this memory address is different. Come on. Guys, this memory address is different. The previous one, same X only. Same variable is X, but this time it is holding value 1000. Now, what is the object here? Tell me, X is equal to 1000 means, which is an object? Which is an object? X is equal to 1000. What is the object?
1000.
1000.
1000 is
1000 is
object.
an object, but that object is created in the previous address, or this object is created in the new address. Come on, this object,
New
Allocating new address.
new
address.
address, new address, guys, new address is created. Okay, now remember, sir, previously, guys, in the previous execution, come on, in the previous execution, x, okay, x is a variable that linked or referenced with an object holding value 500, yes, with some address, last 6 digits only I'm writing, guys, memory address 783952. Yes, now you are creating another object. Yes, another object. Now this is another object, and address is last, okay, 6 digits, let us say, and see, 282288 address. Now guys, now this x, it's not referenced with 500. Now x is now referenced with new address. Yes, now tell me, sir, in my memory, guys, tell me, in my memory, as of now, in my RAM memory, how many objects are there as of now? Tell me. Or overall, as of now, or otherwise overall, in my memory, how many objects are there? Yes,
One
yeah,
object.
that's only the wrong concept. Okay, that's what the wrong idea. See, guys, in memory, you have two objects. Two objects are there. Two objects. Two objects are there. Yes, sir.
Two object, one
Two
variable.
objects. One object is 500. Other object is 1000. Two objects are there.
1000.
Okay, 1000. Two objects are there in the RAM memory as of now. Now tell me, and which object is unreferenced and which object is referenced to access. Guys, come on. I want to access the
Right.
data. Yes, which
Right
one
now,
is
500
referenced?
is
Come on, come on.
500 is the non-referenceable, and 1000 is a reference to the X right now.
Referenceable. Yes, yes. So, in the same way, let us see. Now, same X this time. Okay, maybe this object reference, let us say 29, okay, some 7089. Okay, now it is a 1500. Same X. Now X is, okay, unreferenced with 1000, and now refer to 1500. Now, total objects, come on, tell me. I'll explain the final point. Total objects in the RAM
Three,
memory, 3.
three objects.
Yes, yes. Unreferenced objects, unreferenced, no variable. Unreferenced ante no reference variable. Unreferenced objects,
Two
how many?
objects.
2.
Two.
And referenced object, reference means there
One.
is a variable to access, 1. Okay, now, but total objects are 3. Unnecessary, guys, remember, when you are not referencing an object, why should I need to store those objects unnecessarily in the RAM? Memory is going to be waste. Yes, I need to utilize the memory more efficiently. Yes, guys, what Python will do? Yes, Python has one important component called, okay, garbage collector. Python has one important object called garbage collector. Okay, guys, this garbage collector keeps on monitoring the RAM memory. What is a garbage collector? Sir, garbage collector automatically, okay, Now tell me, sir, in this out of three objects, which are comes under uh, okay, which objects are treated as a garbage? Which objects are treated as a garbage? Unreferenced objects. Come on,
Yes.
Yes,
unreferenced objects are garbage. Okay, garbage. Why should I need to keep the garbage in the RAM memory? Unnecessarily memory wastage and memory unnecessary memory is consuming by garbage. Okay, so sir, Python garbage collector will identify. Python garbage collector will identify what are the unreferenced objects in the memory. Python garbage collector will automatically find out or identify the unreferenced objects. Those unreferenced objects will be automatically cleaned up, removed from the RAM memory. The garbage is collected, means the unreferenced objects will be removed from the RAM memory by okay by auto garbage collector. Why I'm using auto terminology? Okay, means it automatically identifies the unreferenced objects. You guys need not to do anything. Garbage collector will remove okay the garbage from the RAM memory and make cleanup. Yes. So okay, uh, this is what internally going to happen. Okay. So even sir, last okay, last just to understand. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Even x is equal to when you say 1500 or 15,000, your wish, and print okay id, guys, print id of okay x. Even see x is now referenced with another object. See, address is different, memory address is different. Okay, sir, these are all immutable. Once an object is created, guys, once an object is created, that object value cannot be modified. Sir, 1000 created. Once the 1000 is created, it's a 1000 only. It cannot be modified. Okay, modified in the sense 1000 only. If you want to say 1005, then it will create a new object or existing object. Sir, is it more? Is it give the same address or different address? 1005. Suppose, sir, now currently 1000. What is an address? 1000 address. Remember, everyone, please. 1000 address. Last 6 digits. Remember. 282288. That is an existing object. Now suppose if I try to modify 5, sir, is that object value modified in the same address or it gives us a different address? Come on, 1005. Come on.
It gives a different address.
It will give different value. I mean different memory value.
Yes, it gives a different address. See, guys, 282288. See, 2288 is the previous 1000 value address. Now it changes. See, address is changed. 45616. That means object is immutable. Immutable object, sir. Remember, sir, very important term. I'm saying, okay, primitive, guys, primitive data structures are immutable. I'm writing a point here. Even I'm giving immutable, sir. This terminology is very, very important. Remember, very, very important terminology. Sir, remember, primitive data structures are or primitive data types. Primitive data structures or okay, you can also use one more term, basic okay data types. Any term, basic data types are okay immutable, immutable, immutable objects. What do you mean? What do you mean by immutable object? See, guys, I'm giving the definition.
We're not modifying it after.
Yes, very good, very good. That's it, sir. Now definition. See, immutable object is an object immutable object is an object that cannot be modified or changed once it is created. Once an object is created, it cannot be modified or it cannot be changed. Once it is created, once an object is created, it cannot be modified or it cannot be changed. It simply refers to another object. Okay, so all primitive data structures, what I said, integer, string, float, boolean, all are immutable objects. See guys, these primitive data structures contain simplified values. Simplified values అంటే సార్ simplified value అంటే సార్ single value meaning. Sir, simplified data means single value. Sir, see, primitive data structures contains simplified data values. What do you mean by simplified data values? Means a single value meaning, and see, serves as a foundation for manipulating data. It serves as a foundation for manipulating data. How to manipulate the data? We look it out. Okay, so guys, and that's actually the story of an integer. In the same way, guys, you guys can see, observe. Now this time I'm creating a variable. The variable name is, let us say, variable name is course. Variable name is course equal to assigned with value. Course is, say, Python. Python. Now guys, course is a variable that refers to an object. And what is the object value? Come on, what is an object value? Come on, what is an object value?
Python.
What is an object name?
Python.
Object name is Python. Python is an object, and that object is referenced by a variable called course.
Course.
Yes, course. Course is just a variable or a reference link to the object. Variable is a reference link to the object. Okay. Now guys, see, print type. If you want to know, type is a built-in function that determines what type of object it is. Okay. Now you just provide the variable name course. See guys, it says str. Str means string. String. Yes, even you guys can determine. So print id of id. Print id of course. Print id of the course. Id gives object's memory address. Object's memory address. Even same thing. Course equal to, this time I'm given, see, Azure Databricks within the single quotes or double quotes, your wish. Azure Databricks with PySpark, our main course title. Even you can also give double quotes, guys, not an issue. Yeah, you can give. See, Azure Databricks with PySpark. Now see, variable name is same. Now just simply directly address id returns the memory address of an object. Id is a built-in function that returns the memory address of an object. And object reference name is variable. So you can get the object reference with the help of a variable. See guys, previous course, previous object is Python. Python address is last 6 digits, if you observe, 05072. But and another object, that address is different. Again, it's a mutable object or immutable object, guys? Come on. It's a mutable or immutable? Come on. It's
Immutable.
again
Immutable.
immutable. Sir,
Immutable.
all primitive data structures. All primitive data structures are immutable. Remember. Okay. And now simple. One more thing. Floating point number. Sir, x is equal to. Okay. You give x is equal to. Okay. Some. Okay. 67 point. Okay. 15. Now integral part and decimal part. Okay, 67.15. Now print, guys, print. Okay, type of, to determine what type of object is, as print type of x determines what type of object it is. See, float, float. And if you want, you can say print. Okay, sorry, 1 minute. Now print id of, okay, x. Id function returns memory address of object. Sorry, x you have to give x. Okay, fine. Now see a different memory address. Okay, in the same way, guys. Okay, you can say x is equal to, okay, I want to say true, assign true. Now print, I assign true, print and type of x. See, bool means boolean data type. Type is bool. Bool means boolean data type. Yes, what is the address? See, uh, okay, print memory address, print type of, sorry, print type of x. Sorry, we have to say id. Yes, type is already there. So id. See, memory address, last 6 digits, try to remember. Okay, so some 767136. Now same x is equal to, okay, false. X is equal to false. Now and print, okay, id of, okay, x. Yes, now a different address. So last, okay, 6 digits, observe 767104. Sir, 767104. But the previous one is, okay, 767136. Okay. So like that. See, it's a different address. Okay. So these all are, okay, primitive data structures can hold simplified data values. Simplified data values and a single value meaning, guys. Single, not collection of elements, not collection of the values. A collection of the values to discuss only, that comes under non-primitive data types, non-primitive data structures. Okay, those are comes under list, tuple, sets, dictionaries, arrays. This all comes under non-primitive data types or non-primitive data structures. Okay, those non-primitive data structures can hold, okay, collection of elements, collection of values, not simplified value, not simplified data value. Okay, collection of values. Yes, suppose, sir, for example, I am telling x is equal to, okay, within the square bracket 100 comma 200 comma 300 comma 400 comma 500. Yes, how many values are there inside the square brackets? Is it a simplified data value, is a single data value, or multiple data values? Come on, multiple. Yes,
Yes,
multiple.
it's
Now you
multiple.
can say multiple, not simplified data value. See here already written. Okay, see, primitive data structures, guys. Primitive data structure, better write primitive rather than saying this. See, primitive data structures contains simplified data values. That means single value. Okay, but here non-primitive data types, when it comes to, see, Non-primitive data structure store collection of values, not simplified data value, collection of values in various formats. Okay, I'll explain what is the various formats. See guys here. Now print. Okay, type of. Okay, what type of object it is? X. It says list. X is a list. Okay, and these things tomorrow we'll discuss, guys. Non-primitive data types. These topics only very important, sir. Non-primitive data types only very important for our data engineering solutions.